everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Fire Emblem Three Houses. It is super cold in my room, and I don't know why. But anyway, here we are. We have Remire Village today, which is going to be very fun. But before that, apparently, I forgot a support that is here. I apparently didn't. Oh no, right, because we can't actually do it. Okay, anyway, it's time. It's mission time. It's the Remire come out. Wow, that is. I just looked at that and yeah. This is the way this is gonna continue for the rest of the playthrough, isn't it? Ay vey. Alright. I'm trying to remember this map, but it's not really coming to... I remember the basic layout at the front, but towards the back I just kind of forget. It would have been nice to have a Pegasus Knight, I'm gonna say that.
We've got to go. Now. The situation in Remire Village has changed drastically. We don't know much more than that. We're hearing reports that the villagers are killing each other. Some say houses are burning. Regardless, we need to move. Kill! Kill!
Help! Somebody please help!
What's going on here?
This is horrific. It's even more revolting. More terrible than I expected. Yes, we must find a way to save this village.
True, but if we are not careful about how we proceed, we will only increase the death toll.
The villagers are attacking each other. Let's knock them all out one by one.
Always so reckless. You do know that if we mess up, we will either kill or be killed, right?
Still, we cannot just stand here twiddling our thumbs and doing nothing.
I'd really like to go home now. But there's no time for thoughts like that. We have to help them. I am waiting for your orders with full readiness.
Wait. Those people over there, they seem to be observing the chaos. They must be behind this. Eliminate them and rescue all of the unafflicted villagers.
Alright, so, yeah, as Edelgard kind of said there, our goal is to save as many villagers as possible. I believe we get rewards depending on the amount of villagers we save. So we're really going to end up splitting up the team, like, pretty massively here, compared to a lot of other times we've done stuff like this. Yeah. Okay, yeah, you know what? Bernadette is actually in the perfect spot for that. Because Bernadette moves right here, bam, dead, done. Problem is this guy down here. We don't have a flying unit. So the problem is getting over this hump here. But as long as this guy doesn't stray too far away, the problem is I can still Deadeye the man. So our goal is to take out Tomas here, who's actually not you'll see in a second, this guy is actually the boss of the map. And we're going to want to take him out, because we really don't have much other option but to take him out. Wait, can you walk in through here? You can indeed. Okay, so I'll probably just send somebody down through there. In terms of this side over here, we have 1 and 2. We don't want to come up to this area up here, because I don't know when exactly, but I do know that the Death Knight is going to pop up around here somewhere, and we kind of just want to stay away from that. But apart from that, I think we're pretty much golden here. Let's just go for it. I think they're gonna be a little bit of talking, because Tomas is gonna have to turn to Solon here.
There are some suspicious-looking ruffians out there, but our top priority is to rescue the villagers. Got it? I'll rein in the villagers who've turned violent. You focus on rescuing the others.
Or maybe we have to get closer first. Alright, anyway, let's just immediately take care of this guy.
Kill. Thank you.
Yeah, and once you save them, they kind of just disappear, taking that completely off of your shoulders, which is great. Very much a big fan of that. Not having to deal with that again. These guys aren't very strong, like, at all. You can probably get through a majority of the rampaging villagers with little to no problem.
To work.
Oh, Shamir cannot do it. Oh no.
Stay focused.
I'm gonna put Byleth right here. And then this is what we call strategy, ladies and gentlemen. Should be in the convoy. We should have a silver bow. Perfect. I love the look of the silver weapons in this game. They look great. Really, really like the look of them.
I will prevail.
Okay, that
I am
works.
Ferdinand von Eyre.
Ferdinand von Eyre. Because he is Ferdinand von Eyre.
Put me in there.
I want to put this guy in front of Bernadetta, just in case these guys decide they want to go down instead of
As you
dealing with the villagers that are there.
That's my cue.
Yeah. So this kind of sucks. This is like the one that's a little bit more difficult to deal with. These are the ones that we need to like kind of rush to help, but they should end up getting into the cover of the bushes, which should help them a little bit because hit rate will go down. So that's a good thing. And look at Edelgard, just absolutely demolishing people with one strike. That's Edelgard in a nutshell. She's not fast enough to double, but usually she's going to be strong enough to just take out a person in a single hit. No, technically spoilers here, but I know it's like those who slither in the dark that did all of this type of stuff, and you kind of get told that without really being told that when the Flame Emperor shows up. I don't think those who slither are actually ever mentioned pre-time skip. They only get really mentioned post-time skip. You see, I freaking knew that was going to happen. Which is exactly why I put Casper there instead of just letting Bernadetta fend for herself. Oh, and they have reinforcements as well. Where did they get the weapons from? Is that just a thing in Fodlan that... Okay, Gerald, that's unnecessary. Is that just a thing in Fodlan where villagers just have weapons? Like, this is the funny part, it's swords. So, that's the one thing that just doesn't really make a lot of sense, is for them to have a whole bunch of swords. If it were, like, something else, it would make a little bit more sense. Like, if they only had, lances, I think. Well, no, pitchforks would probably be the thing that makes the most amount of sense. But swords are very expensive weaponry. Swords are probably like one of the most expensive weapons you could actually have.
The one giving commands in the back. I'm certain that's Tomas the librarian.
Okay, anyway, as I was saying, swords are, at least historically, swords are expensive weapons. And when I say expensive weapons, I mean expensive weapons. There's a reason that a majority of people that were actually only ever trained to use swords were nobility and knights and that type of stuff. Swords are expensive because of the amount of steel that's used to actually make them. Hold on, let me just look at this real quick. I'm gonna do this, and then I think I should be able to... Can't necessarily cover him. That's unfortunate, can't really do anything there. Alright, sorry about that. But yeah, like, swords are expensive. Fact of the matter, sword. If you want to get like an actual sword today, like one that's made out of a steel that would actually work as a weapon, you're gonna have to dish out, you know, maybe $1,000. They're not cheap whatsoever. Like not at all are they cheap. They're expensive. A katana, like an actual well-made katana with the correct steel and everything that's not stainless steel. If you don't know, stainless steel is not very good steel when it comes to swords and that type of stuff. It's too soft to really be an actual weapon. I mean, it can cut. Any steel can cut. But that type of steel is just not going to cut it when you're talking about something like a sword. Comparatively, something like a spear, even nowadays, would probably cost you a heck of a lot less because it's majorly made out of wood. So you only have like a small spearhead that's really gonna make you spend a bit of money on the spearhead. That's the only steel that it uses. So a similar thing with axes but even then, axes are also considered a tool. So actually, probably what a majority of these villagers would have had would have probably been axes instead of swords, unless of course they were given the swords by those who slither in the dark, which in that case really just continues to prove that those who slither are completely and totally incompetent. At least in my opinion. That's how I've always seen those who slither. I've always seen them as extremely incompetent. Because, technically, on Blue Lion's path, those who slither are taken out without freaking Dimitri or anybody else really knowing about it. It was just completely and totally accidental. Like, those who slither in Blue Lion's path are, like, decimated because they no longer have any sort of leadership because Dimitri, the Blue Lions, and the Church just absolutely destroyed all of their highest ranking members, which is the funniest part about it. Why are you doing that? I swear to God. I forgot that he has that. That's nice. Boop. Yeah, honestly, it would have. It's also one of the reasons that spears are also a lot more seen and used when you compare it to a whole bunch of other, like, media. For example, I'm trying to think of a good example of it. Kind of difficult to come up with good examples. But you'll probably see, if you look at a lot of different media, you'll see soldiers in a medieval army carrying a lot more spears than anything else. That's just simply because of the fact that spears are a lot easier to train people with. It's because it's a big stick with a stabby thing at the front. I mean, it's a lot easier to use than a sword. Not to mention that when spears first showed up, there was like a lot more used than swords because of the fact that they were longer. That's always like one thing that's always like a big thing about combat, is that everybody always wanted weapons that were longer than their opponents. Because, you know, if your weapon is longer than your opponent's, your opponent has to get a heck of a lot closer to you to take you out than you have to get to them. I mean, that's probably why it's kind of shows what the weapon triangle is here. In older Fire Emblem games, a spear is longer than a sword, so a spear will beat a sword, or a lance, rather. Sorry. And then you have, you know, the whole thing of swords being slightly longer than axes. So that's gonna beat out an axe because, you know, somebody with an axe is gonna have to. Well, if you're talking about like a short battle axe that a lot of Fire Emblem really uses, compared to say, you know, a long war. Well, I guess that's more of battle axe than a war axe. But you really end up seeing that a lot of these weapons are. I'm trying to see how's the best way of doing this is while also talking. I'm not sure if I've ever stated this before, but if it's not obvious at all, it isn't the most simple thing in the world to talk about, yeah, no, I can't reach anybody there, okay. That's fine. It isn't very easy to talk about the different What level is Petra? Petra's level 19 still, that's fine. Items, Armor Slayer, equip. Wait.
Tomas, what are you doing here? Dare I even ask?
I'm not Tomas. My name is Solon, the savior of all. What's the matter? So shocked you can't even speak? You were so easily fooled by my disguise. I was hiding away in Garrick Muck to get the blood of that little girl called Flame. With her blood, we'll be one step closer to realizing our goal.
There we go. So victory conditions have now changed. And there's the Death Knight, because of course he's here.
Have a bit of fun here, too.
That's the Death Knight. He must be an ally of Tomas, or Solon, or whoever he is.
I like how Geralt is just like, whoever he is. It's like, the man does not care. He's just like, I can't believe this is what I'm dealing with today. Yeah, I might not be able to save that last guy. But I'm trying my best to save as many as I can. Well, that completely threw everything that I had planned out the damn window. Okay, come on. Thank you. Alright, let me see here. Okay, can't really do anything there. I'll heal this guy just for a little bit more EXP for Linhardt. To get him to level 19, that actually worked out pretty well.
It's simple logic.
It could be better. I'm not going to complain about the speed, though. That's something that Linhardt's kind of had a problem with recently. He's just not fast enough for some reason. Don't know why. Nice shot, idiot! But, I mean, that's also why bows were also heavily used during medieval warfare. Think about it, you know, if you don't have to get close to your enemies, it's the better thing to do, because, you know, it's just how it kind of works out. What does it say attack? Oh, because she's a bow. Holy moly! That's a lot of damage on an armor knight. Holy poop! Damn, this armor knight kind of sucks! Oh wow, and Shamir continues to get crits.
Boring.
And Shamir hits level 20, let's go.
No.
Yeah, we kind of need to catch up the rest of the group to Byleth and Edelgard here. You can take him out, Ryan. It's also, I say, why magic kind of messes things up, and
One more.
I love magic. Magic is probably one of my favorite things in fantasy, JRPGs, and all that type of stuff. I think magic is super cool. It's why I always play magical characters when I play RPGs. But at the same time, you have to kind of think about, it is a thing of, like, why exactly would somebody that can learn magic decide to use a sword instead? Yeah, it just doesn't make a lot of sense, because of the simple fact that, you know, magic will outclass basically any sort of weapon in terms of destructive power and pretty much everything else. I'm not going to be able to save this guy. So that's why I say that, like, usually you'll end up seeing, like, a lot of restrictions being put on magic compared to other types of weapons in books and games and that type of stuff. For example, it's like why magic is so limited in games like, say, Fire Emblem here. Because it just makes sense for something that can be used from, you know, 3 range away that hits like a freaking tank, because a majority of units and enemy units just don't have magic resistance, you know? That's kind of funny to look at. He has an A rank in Reason, but an E rank in Faith. Makes sense given for who he is, but still. How much damage could I deal to this man with Hubert? I mean, not bad. Not good.
You
either,
up
but not bad. ended it right there and then. Oh my god, crits for days. Holy poopy, am I actually about to save all of the different, like, damn. I'm just gonna leave that to Dorothea. Maybe we can get her level 20. I could end this right now, actually, but I kind of want to see if I can save that last villager. So I'm just gonna end turn at this point. Oh my god! Ah!
Rendered useless.
Okay, we're divine pulsing that because that feels like BS. I like to try to get... I've said this before, but I really do like to try to get through, Alright, so we're not going to do that again, because apparently Solon can freaking crit. Should have looked at that before I decided to do anything like an idiot. But anyway, here we are, doing this again, because of course I messed up. And of course Casper decides to crit once again, because he's Casper. Okay, now I'm just going to end turn. I'm just gonna skip over ally phase. I mean, really, you guys aren't really doing much. The one bites the dust, and oh my god! What is going on?
We've rescued as many as we can.
Alrighty then. I guess it's just time to take out Solon at this point. Well, the question is more so who do I want to do it with? Holy sh... Alright, maybe the idea of attacking with Hubert first was a good idea. Shut up! And he does it again! Let's go! Hubert, the myth, the man, the legend! Alright, and now, now I'll just kill him with Petra. Bye! That's 23 minutes. We're blasting through these freaking chapters like if they were nothing.
Why have you gone after this village? What are you planning?
I could have conducted this experiment on any test subjects. Now that I have what I came for, I must bid you farewell.
I must go.
Wait! Damn it, he's gone.
We let him get away. I'll survey the village. There may still be enemies in hiding.
Yay! Damn! How much is that gonna be? Ooh, nice. Alrighty then, so that was only 6 turns, so that was pretty damn good. I don't know what's going on. I thought I remembered these chapters taking longer. Maybe I'm just going crazy.
Looks like we somehow managed to sort things out, and casualties were kept to a minimum. They said they weren't picky about who they used as their test subjects. Because of them, the people of Remire village.
There you are.
That armor. So, you're the Flame Emperor.
Yes.
I believe you have met my subordinate, the Death Knight.
Oh, we've met all right. But back to you. You're the one responsible for the destruction of this village.
Do not get the wrong idea.
What in blazes does that mean?
It is true that I am working with Solon, but that does not mean our objectives are the same. Had I known they planned to do this, I would have stopped it. You have my word.
Your words are meaningless. Now, I'll have to insist that you accompany us back to the monastery.
I cannot abide that. However, if you wish to join forces, I will hear your plea.
What?
If left to their own devices, they will commit countless more violent acts like this one. Do you not wish to prevent that? With the sword of the Creator on our side, Solon would not be a threat. You are lying. I can see that you cannot contain your fury toward me. Pity. Pray that you do not live to regret your choice.
Gerald, Professor, have you seen Lady Edelgard?
What's wrong, kid? Huh? Oh, damn it! He's gone. Hey, I've been meaning to talk to you. Since coming to the monastery, you've changed. You've been angry since we first arrived in Remire village. And you look so happy when you're instructing the brats. Before the monastery, I'd never seen you bear your emotions like that. Not once. Then perhaps it's a good thing we came to the monastery. If only so I could see your face lit up like that. Or maybe there was never any reason for us to leave the monastery in the first place. I've put my foot in my mouth, haven't I? Though I suppose it may be nearly that time. Come to my office when you next have a moment to spare. There's something I need to tell you.
Just what was that about? I can't recall a time of old when you were at the monastery. I wonder what is hiding in the mist that is your past.
Professor, I don't know if this is appropriate to say, but admirable work out there. I really believe we did all that we could. No mortal is all-powerful. We must try to stay positive, even through the horror. I hear the so-called Flame Emperor appeared in Remire village as well. Hubert told me that you spoke with him. Really? Is that what you want, Professor?
Edelgard, why you look angry? Edelgard, why you look angry? Listen, lady, I've played this game multiple times. I know, okay? I actually don't know what the right answer is here to get. I mean, knowing what I know, I would presume the answer would be I do. But at the same time... Edelgard might be angry with me if I say I do. But at the same... This is the problem with having played the game multiple times at this point already and knowing the things that I know. We'll just say this and see what happens.
Oh? But how can you trust someone without even knowing who they are? Even if he wants you as an ally, his objectives are still unclear. If the Flame Emperor truly wishes to make use of your power, perhaps someday he will appear before you without his mask, and you can look in his eyes and decide what you believe.
Adel, I need to ask you something. Oh, I'm so sorry. Did I interrupt?
No, not at all. If you'll excuse me, Professor.
You did well handling that awful business in Remire village. I am certain the goddess shares in our grief at the senselessness of that calamity. More importantly, I was shocked to hear that our own Tomas was actually a dark mage. I must reflect on our blindness.
You surely must. You failed to notice that a rat was hiding in your home. Pathetic! Who are these wicked foes? How did Tomas escape your gaze?
Tomas came to the monastery 40 years ago, by recommendation of House Ordelia of the Alliance. Around 8 years ago, he went back to House Ordelia, before returning to the monastery once again, just last year. After having worked at Garreg Mach for decades, why would he betray us now? Just what did he hope to accomplish? Yuritsa became a professor at the Officers' Academy because of a recommendation from the Imperial nobility. Supposing that he is the Death Knight, that means that our enemy is an organization that has taken root in at least 2 territories.
In the long history of the Church of Seros, no, long before even that, there have been an endless number of threats to the peace of Fodlan. Yet those who oppose us still operate in the shadows. Their identity is a mystery. I believe that Solon and the Death Knight are merely one part of a much larger whole.
A threat to Fodlan's peace? That means we have no choice. We have to stop them all.
I have truly come to rely on you. I believe that the monastery will remain safe so long as we have you. We do not yet know the enemy's objective or whereabouts. For now, please devote yourself to preparing for whatever comes next.
That is all for today.
Professor, please wait. I know there is much that you still do not understand. However, one thing is clear. You possess great power. I believe that you are destined to be a source of great hope for all. In any case, I expect great things from you. Walk this world proudly, dear Professor. May the goddess Sothis protect you.
The goddess Sothis? Is that what she just said?
Is something the matter? I see. Sothis is the goddess's true name. Please do not use it carelessly. Farewell.
Do not say something that we may regret. What exactly am I? For now, let's leave this place. Please, go.
I love how the gremlin asks me. It's like, how am I supposed to know, little lady? What makes you think I know? Damn gremlin.
Part 1. White Clouds. Ethereal Moon. The Cause of Sorrow. Though most stars will still glimmer in the crisp winter air, the blue sea star has gone back into hiding. Legend states that the goddess prays for peace from her home in the heavens. In the town of Garreg Mach, the anniversary of the monastery's completion nears, and the people's prayers intensify ahead of the Millennium Festival, still 5 years hence.
Alrighty then. I wonder if we have any supports to look at today. I'd like to do some supports because I don't want to just leave today's video at 30 minutes. I mean, I thought I remembered these damn chapters being longer, but we're running through them like it's nothing. Oh, hey, look at that. Oh, thanks, Edelgard. Have some flowers, Alois. I think we can recruit Alois at this point as well. Sure.
It's just... I was wondering why it seems as if no one values their own lives. Why do we fight until we die? Why do we kill without hesitation? I hate it. I don't like taking lives, or even the sight of blood. In the last battle, some of the soldiers under my command died for foolish reasons. Those soldiers could have pulled back. Instead, they kept fighting and were overrun. Am I supposed to be satisfied with the victory alone, even at the cost of such life? Exactly. I don't see the point. Honor? That's a foolish reason to give your life. Glory? Even worse. Just the thought frightens me. I'm not suited for battle, Professor. I'm happy you feel that way, but it seems like so much in our world is decided by who wins or loses a fight. Very little is accomplished via diplomacy or even simple decency. Professor, you take the time to lead me and teach me like this every day. Could the reason be that you don't want me to die on the battlefield? That's a bold statement, Professor. But for whatever reason, I want to believe you. You really are a strange person, you know. Professor, I wish to ask something of you. I don't want to kill. I don't want blood on my hands. I just want to lie on my back and soak up the sun filtering down through the trees. And I want you to help me make that a reality.
I wonder if it's going to give me Marianne as well before... Probably, yeah. No? This is something else? Okay. This is probably them telling me what my mission's going to be.
A grand ball for this month.
Oh, forgot about
I'm
that.
sure the students will be most pleased.
Yes, certainly. However, we must not devote all of our time to frivolity. We have a new mission for you. We have found evidence of someone sneaking into an unused chapel.
No, there is nothing of value in that building. We do not yet know what the intruder's objectives are.
This month, your class is tasked with guarding the chapel and investigating these intruders. With the recent state of affairs surrounding the Holy Church, we cannot afford to overlook any abnormality, no matter how seemingly trivial.
I am ordering a seasoned knight to assist you to ensure the safety of the students. In times like these, I am afraid we must always expect the worst.
Reporting for duty, Lady Rhea.
I thought you two could use the time to bond. And to speak of important matters.
Appreciate the thought.
Bear in mind that Gerald has a separate mission of his own. He will join you once he has finished it.
It's true. I'll be away from the monastery for a while. But when I return, I'll come and watch you work. I'll be looking forward to it.
Dear Goddess, I ask for guidance. Professor, I suppose you came by to pray too? I see. That's why I'm here too. Oh, nothing specific. I only call upon the goddess to give thanks, or perhaps to ask for protection. Anyhow, I should be on my way. Okay. I'm sorry. don't really know what to say. I'm not very good at talking to people. The truth is, I didn't interact with people too often before I came here. Oh, no particular reason. I'm simply not very good at it. That's just how I am. No need to apologize. I'm sorry. You shouldn't waste your time worrying about me. Please, just ignore me. I, have to be going now. Goodbye, Professor.
Alrighty then, do we have any supports we have to see? It looks like it, because hi vey every single damn time. Alright, so hold on, is it Bernadetta that has 2, or is it Petra? It's Petra. Alright, so let's just do these 2 and then we'll end the episode.
Looking out toward Bridget, are you?
Yes. There are some times I cannot stop my thoughts from going home. It will be much time before I return. Bridget feels far away.
It is quite a long way. To say nothing of the sea that lies between here and there. Being unable to return must further add to the distance in your mind.
It is as you say. When I return to Bridget, I will be the new queen. I am wishing to help relations with the Empire.
I believe you will be successful. You may not be Lady Edelgard's equal, but you are resourceful enough to make an excellent queen. And unlike Lady Edelgard, you will not be forced to harden your heart.
Not Edelgard's equal? Is that what you are saying?
Understand that I mean no disrespect by this, but it is a fact that you are far beneath her. Make no mistake about what would happen if you were to raise your banner and revolt against her. She would crush you mercilessly.
That is not a difference of equality. It is a difference of power.
Even if our homelands were on equal footing, Lady Edelgard would still prevail.
I can see with clarity the difference between me and Lady Edelgard. But that has no matter. I would never lose.
How amusing. For your sake, you had better hope you are right.
Alright, and then let's just do this.
Hunting? Really? There's no way I can do this. Goddess, why couldn't I have stayed in today?
Bernadetta, is this a trouble you are having? I heard that the duty to hunt is yours today.
The duties all got assigned while I was holed up in my room.
Do not be worrying. I can show you the way to hunt well.
Oh, okay then.
When you see a beast, you are thinking of it as an enemy. That is how prey thinks. You must think of the beasts as food. That is how the hunter thinks.
So it's not an enemy, it's food. But, how is it food when it's still alive?
You pick the vegetables from the field. Those have life too. It is the same. You take a blade in your hand and take the lives of the vegetables. You cut their stalks and harvest without mercy. They do not scream, but you are still their killer.
Killer?
Fruit ripens and falls to the ground. The seeds sprout and a new life is born. That is life's cycle. It has cruelty, yes, but you must end life to eat. You must be killing to be living.
Maybe, but I don't know if I want to be some kind of vegetable murderer.
It is the same for rabbits, deer, pheasants. The only difference being that they cannot cry out. You must do what you must do to be living in this world. It is your task.
A task? Yes, just a task. A completely mindless task.
Feel it. There, in the grass. prey is moving, just like a vegetable in the wind. Give it an arrow, just like you would give a vegetable a blade. It is just your task.
Right. That makes sense. It's just like cutting a stem.
You are now a hunter. You have learned how to hunt.
I am? I have? Oh, good! What a relief.
You have understanding now, I can tell.
Great! Leave it to me. I'll hunt down my prey just like they're vegetables.
I have belief in you.
Aw, thanks, Petra. I can do this. Make way for Huntmaster Bernie!
Have luck, Bernie.
Ow! What? No! Stay back! I'm sorry, Mr. Rabbit, I didn't mean it! Why are you the one chasing me?
Okay, so at this point we've won. At this point, nobody else hit level 20. Petra hit level 20. Petra's 100% ready to become an assassin. Let's just do this real quick. And look at that, Petra's an assassin now. Cool, awesome. Nice magic. Let me check something really quickly. Roster, Byleth. Magic is still at 11. That is not gonna go up, is it? That is not gonna go up. Alright, so, before we do anything else, let me just do this very quickly. Item shop, sell, convoy. Where are the bullions? Making some money here. Come on. Now we're talking. Look at this. Oh yeah, baby. Now we're talking. Alright. Oh, wait, nope. Buy, convoy, advanced seals. Alright, and now we're just gonna go ahead and end the episode here because we're pretty much done this episode. It looks like we don't have that much. We have another. Is that another paralog? Oh, for the love of God. So just at level 17, we're still above it, almost by 2 on everybody. Alright, so we're done here for today. So thank you all for watching. If you enjoyed today's video, please share the video, please like, comment, and subscribe. Make sure you hit that bell icon to get notified when I make a new video. I upload a new video every single day of the week at 5:30 PM EST. For today's question of the day, do you prefer the iron... No, wait, the iron, the steel, or the silver weapons in Fire Emblem Three Houses? Tell me down below in the comments. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you all in the next episode of Fire Emblem Three Houses.